how do you communicate with other people? And better yet, how do you communicate with your financial advisor? Does it look something like this, where you typically think of a question, or you're in a meeting and you ask that question of your advisor, and then they answer the question, or they're sharing something with you, and so information is going back and forth. You're communicating back and forth. Or do you sometimes actually share with them, I'm considering doing this, or we're hoping that that would work out, or when this gets done or this goal is reached, then this. So you can see this is really different than, I have a question. If I were to save this money, or if I were to do this, what would happen? Instead of, well, we're considering buying this property, we're considering moving, we're considering doing this, or hoping this works out first and then that, or when this, we're planning to do this. So the difference here is, rather than just answering a question, now if you share these things with your advisor, they can actually start thinking in their mind of their strategy. So rather than when the question comes, and this could be when you're in the middle of achieving this, or when you're actually there already, so they haven't had a chance to help you with the strategy. In this case, if you share before something happens, they can be thinking of the strategy all along the way, and when there's different actions that need to happen, they can actually communicate those to you. So this will lead to actions along the way, so that when you reach that goal, it could even be before you thought you would have reached it. So there could be things that are going to benefit you by sharing this and communicating. The biggest thing in all of this is, if you communicate these things beforehand, so as I was describing, where you say, we're considering this, or we're hoping this, and it could be in 5 years and 10 years, or when our accounts reach this value, we're going to take out X amount so that we can do this. When you share those things, so you're sharing them before, you're able to actually hear an advisor's strategy. Maybe there's some tips that they can share that say, okay, here, this is going to help us do that faster, or we're going to be able to do this smarter. If you tell them after the fact and you say, okay, now that our accounts are higher, this is what we had always planned, we're going to take this out. Now this part of the plan, or this part of this action and strategy, this can really never happen, because your advisor doesn't even know you're considering it or thinking about it, and so now they can't help you create a strategy and maybe reach it faster or better. So think about how you communicate. Do you communicate before or after? Not that it's wrong, but if you are openly communicating and sharing those things, then there's so many more things they can help you to do, maybe accomplishing goals faster or sooner than you even could have without sharing it or doing it on your own.